Allegedly, Tommy Robinson left the country. But why do you believe he really left? Question. Could it be because of an impending court case? Or could it be because he has realized he funked up and realizes he needs to spread his venom from outside the UK? Because his balls is not big enough to stay in England and stand like a man and speak his rotten verbatim? Could it be he really is fleeing his so-called homeland and fled his people over an attempted arson attack? How comes no news reports about this? I call BS on his bull. Tommy, you have attacked the Muslims for so long. Now you're attacking black lives. You and your racist supporters. Why not clean up your own house before you go starting your BS on other races? Reason I believe is because you're probably racist maybe, and your followers. Anyway, let me educate your kind.
It's my word against hers. But I'm going to get off the train if it stops to come up and things away for the next one. That stupid cow doesn't belong in this country. And now she'll accuse me of insulting her and discrimination.
I'm recording it.
Alright, bye-bye.
Okay, see now it's not just your word against hers, it's mine as well. Because I heard it all.
Yeah, I wanted you to.
I'll have to accept it. You're a drunken racist. You need to get off the train.
I'm not a racist. I love people. Actually.
I'm not a racist. I love people. Actually.
Yeah, I bet you do, just like bloody Tommy Robinson, didn't you, eh?
Tommy Robinson, a villain to many, but a hero to some.
Paul is on the line from Bedford. Tell us what you think, Paul.
Majid, it's Tommy Robinson.
Hey, Tommy.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right, Majid. I want to give you some information. I hope, because people don't listen to me, I've been banging my head against the wall for 8 years with Kadir Bass, the imam from this mosque. Some information that he trains our police. He trains our government. Okay? He has been in training sessions for an organisation called Scott's Associates.
Yeah.
He has been educating our police on Islam. He has been educating our MPs on Islam for this organisation. This has been after, in 2010, I exposed him on the radio as wanting that. He openly said that in his ideal society, we would execute homosexuals. My local council, for the last 8 years, I'd give them information after information after information about this man. They've included him in the Luton in Harmony programme. The local churches include him in their organisation.
They are a notorious right-wing group accused of being violent racists who have taken to the streets to fight what they view as homegrown Islamic extremists. But what happens when their leader has a change of heart? ABC's Lama Hassan continues her fascinating and very personal journey.
We are inside the nerve center for one of the most feared groups in Britain. They call themselves the Infidels. They are a radical splinter group of the notorious English Defence League. We're here to find out if this is the future of the far-right movement. A movement that just lost its leader. A movement that just lost its leader.
A movement that just lost its leader.
This has gone on for years. Anyone who lives in Luton, I know everything about that mosque. I said 2 weeks ago, before any of this broke, that Kadir Bass is involved.
All right, Tommy, I remember you. I'm going to be fair now. I remember you saying it to me. Everything you've just said and everything I've just said about this mosque, I remember you saying it directly to me, right? So I'm going to back you up there. But Tommy, you got to... What I also remember you saying to me directly is, I know there's a difference between Islamism and Muslims. And yet you've changed your narrative on some of this stuff, haven't you, recently? You've gone, after the Westminster attacker, you stood there and the media came up to you, and I read your tweet when you said, for 1,400 years we've been attacked by Muslims.
Yep.
So what you've done is you've said from the advent of Islam to now, we've been attacked by Muslims. Now, what you're not doing anymore is one of the reasons I was willing to lend my credibility on the line by going out in public to say you've left the EDL is because I was willing to trust you that your narrative was going to move on. I don't know if you used your real name when you got through to this call or not, because it says Paul on my system.
I didn't because they wouldn't have put me. Imagine when I left the EDL, I left the EDL for the beneficial of you and the beneficial of me.
Yeah.
That's what we agreed.
Yeah, that's what we agreed. Yeah, that's what we agreed.
So, Majid, I see you're saying that I'm a traitor for going over to Russia to give a speech called The Rape of Britain. I don't think you've even watched the speech. Maybe you should try watching it. You're an ex-extremist, so you say. You was part of an organisation or a group, His Butts Here, who are prescribed as a terrorist organisation by many countries, I believe. You're a radio host on LBC, yeah? You're a radio host. I've never broke any hate crime laws. I've never been part of an extremist organisation. I've never been an extremist. Never been done for any race hate or any of those crimes. Never been in prison for them or arrested for them. I'm banned from every social media. I'm searching for a platform, mate, to highlight these issues which the government are suppressing. You talk about a hostile nation as Russia. Our government are hostile to us. There is no free speech. We're searching for free speech. It's a sad state of affairs that we had to go to Russia for that. And if you're such a supporter of free speech, Majid, have me on your radio show. Last time I had to pretend I was someone else to get past your callers, to get on to be on the radio with yourself. And you were shocked, because when I was giving my name and saying it was me, you wouldn't have me on either, mate. You don't support free speech. Don't sit there condemning me for searching for platforms to try and highlight issues which have been hidden and suppressed. Yeah, you're talking about them now, but you called me an extremist for talking about them years ago, yeah? You're now talking about it because it's out of the bag, mate. That's why you're talking about them. Because it's fashionable to jump on the bandwagon. Nothing else, mate. So if you want, I'll come on your radio show. Bring me in the studio. Let's talk. But all of your hosts, none of you give a level playing field. You sit on the radio and you talk about me, but you never have me on. Why? And then you want to talk about free speech and hostile and traitors and... Mate, have me on. I'm happy to come on your radio station anytime.
For too long in this country, we, media, the establishment, society, the chattering classes, the liberal elite, whatever term you want to use, have ignored the issue of grooming gangs.
The air reeks of kerosene.
That's what we call it, clan cologne.
We're at a KKK rally in the heart of Mississippi, a countryside still haunted by memories of lynchings and church bombings from decades ago. Pastor Wallace Hartsfield remembers those days only too well. He witnessed a black man dragged through the streets.
They shot the man and they hanged him and then used his body for target practice so as to teach black folk a lesson.
That's what we're going to need some help at.
But this is not the distant past. This is just last month in a secluded property in the woods where people have come to join the Grand Dragon Stephen Howard for what they call a cross lighting.
America is at turmoil and we're lighting crosses to let people know that America is at turmoil right now.
This Klansman, who asked we not show his face for fear he'd be fired from his job, starts to get ready for the evening's rituals.
But you're wearing the robes of traditional terrorists, of traditional haters.
That's just the outlook that they want to give you. That ain't true. Not everybody was like that.
So you think this is what a good Christian man does?
Yeah, this is our Christianity. I mean, that's just plain and simple.
Howard says he's allowed us to come here to show us the new Klan is neither hate-filled nor violent. Yet what we heard and saw during our time with them suggests otherwise.
Tommy is one of the biggest race baiters going.